What's up, YouTube? This is me, Chris,
And this is me, Reese.
and we're here to review this week's chapter of Bleach 552, titled Love It.
You mean
God knows
522?
why. Yeah, 522, is that what I said?
You said 552.
My bad, 522.
Jumping 30 chapters into the future, man.
I'm tired, man. Early morning. All right, so, obviously we don't really do the chapter summaries anymore because you guys already read the chapter. You just want to know our opinions on the chapter.
If you haven't read it, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, so
Why are
go
you
read
watching
it
this
then.
if you haven't read it?
So go read it, come back, and yeah. So, like the previous chapters that we had so far, Ichigo's gone to another member of the Zero Division and to take part in another trial because that's what they've been doing so far, either healing them or giving them a certain trial. So this guy in particular is the Zero Division's blacksmith, if you want to call him that. He's the god of sword called Oetsu Nimaiya. Sorry if I butchered the name,
Well, his name is
but
confusing.
for the rest of the yeah, but for the rest of the review, it's going to refer to him as Nimaiya. So yeah, he's basically, the god of the sword, the blacksmith, the guy that, supposedly created the Zanpakuto.
This
So
guy's
yeah,
actually hilarious, though, man. He makes me laugh. He's making me laugh. He's
mm,
funny. He's a funny
yeah,
guy.
he's this chapter is pretty much a gag chapter, to be honest. I wouldn't necessarily say there's a lot of substance in this chapter. It's just, a way for us to, get a good idea of this guy's personality and what he's
Just
actually
basically
like.
introducing him.
Yeah, basically that. Just giving us a feel for the character. So, I think so far that's what we've gotten with all the Zero Division characters. Like we have a chapter dedicated to them. So we know that we have an idea what they're like. So, we had the God, their names just somehow escaped me. The Pompadour guy, the Yakuza type guy, he's kind of a hardhead, tough guy type of personality. Then we had the fat chick, she's more motherly and stuff. Now you have this guy who's just it's a big ass goofball, um, and a fronter. Yeah. So yeah, Reese. So what do you think of the chapter then?
You know what? This chapter confused the hell out of me, man. It's like, what? It took me a little while to process what it was I just read.
Mm,
Because I'm just sitting there, just like, okay, so what happened? What just happened?
mm,
I was all confused. So at first it's like, oh yeah, this guy's all cool, you know. He's like, yeah, he's introducing him to his bitches and everything. It's like, yeah, this guy's awesome. Next thing he just kicks him into a pit. It's like, what the hell?
no, technically they fell into the pit.
Same thing, man. Either way, you know what I mean? It's like, he didn't tell him nothing. It's like, yep, get into the pit. So it's like, what?
But
So is this
is
guy
that
friendly?
okay?
Is
No,
he
but
enemy? What
you're
the hell?
missing a very important point now. That's no different from what other people did to him. Bearing in mind, it's different situations, but did the guy explain to Ichigo why he need to take a bath? No, he didn't. Did she explain to them why they need to eat? No, she didn't.
Yeah, I remember a bath and a pit.
Yeah, but it's the same situation. They didn't explain anything. They just kind of threw them into it, and then I guess this one's a bit more aggressive, but it's the same situation. They don't tell them anything. They're just kind of like, "Yep, eat. Yep, take a bath. Why? Take a bath or I'll beat you up." That's all that's been happening so far. They don't explain anything to them.
I can tell someone take a bath or I'll beat you up, man.
Yeah, so it's not that far-fetched. You know what I mean? So I can see why he wouldn't explain anything, but the whole pit thing, I guess he's just gonna get them to fight Zanpakuto to kind of something to do with Zanpakuto, he said. So they're gonna fight an army of something without Zanpakuto, and maybe
Probably
that
to
they'll
learn
like
to see their inner spirit. I don't know.
in a spirit, strengthen their bond somehow. I don't know. It's just gonna be something like that.
Yeah,
But I can see that this isn't gonna be maybe I don't know.
it's a weird
I,
one, isn't it?
I can see this trial is gonna be one of the longest ones because so far, obviously, there's been like one chapter and then they've gone
That's only because they're basically like rest and recuperation. This is where it
actual
begins. Because if you
combat.
remember, like I think was it last
The fact
chapter?
the fact that did say, be careful because no one knows what he's gonna do next.
Is that this like this
Yeah,
guy is the most unpredictable whatever you know what I mean? There was like
he's
warning
unpredictable.
about this guy.
Yeah,
But
it's a
this
weird
guy's
one.
actually bringing back the Zanpakuto. What's the other two gonna do?
No idea. I guess the one with the many hands, he's more of a scientist somehow. She might be some form of upgrade. I don't know. The fat dude. I don't know what. For some reason, I think he might be some kind of keto expert. I don't know what to look at him. I think he's gonna be some
Why would
badass
I
keto
don't know.
expert. I don't know. That's the feeling I get when I look at him. Like, because so far Ichigo hasn't done any keto, and him and Renji are shit at keto. So maybe he's gonna give them some keto lessons. Who knows?
Why did you go done? They're too dumb to understand how to use keto though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but why not learn it? Like he's so far he learns things really quickly. You know what I mean? Like he learns Shimpo within a day. He mastered Zanpato in what, how many days with
3.
Urahara?
No, wait. Over Horror, he mastered it in, I think, 5 days. He said, and then
Yeah,
the other 5 was just basic fighting.
pure combat
Yeah,
training.
combat training.
He mastered Bankai in 3 days. So what makes you think he can't like get handled on some Kido within a certain period of time?
True.
Exactly. And so Rendi's shit Kido as well. So that makes sense for the both of them to kind of learn Kido together. So, I'm not speculating. Maybe he's not Keto. Maybe he's some badass muscle man. Who knows? But by the look
Give him
of
more
him,
combat training.
yeah, by the look of him, I just get this, Keto vibe. And the chick, she's obviously some kind of scientist because she has that relationship with Miuri.
Exactly.
So
She might be Miori's
that's it.
mother.
Like she's a bit too young and a bit too normal looking to be
Hey,
Miuri's
you
mom.
forget, man. Miori did some crazy crap to himself.
Have you seen Miuri without all that shit? He just looks like a regular dude. He doesn't look
They showed
like
in
he
the anime that was never in the manga.
was in the manga.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't ever remember that being there.
it was in the manga. Go check it again.
Oh yeah, crap. Yeah, it was like a quick one panel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's a regular looking dude. He just wears a lot of makeup and does a lot of body experiments to himself. God knows why, but yeah, he's a normal looking guy.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That could be like his mum or his sister or something. He's
It's
trying to
not.
like
That's not his
one up
mom.
her.
Why would that be his mom?
I don't bloody know. I'm just making. I'm just
I
coming
could,
up
I
with
could,
random crap,
I
man.
could buy his sister, mom. No way.
And you never know. These people, they do some crazy crap to themselves.
Oh, most of these Shinigamis don't even know their parents, man. They're like, busy get randomly in the Rukendai, and then they have spiritual pressure, so they get drafted into the Shinigami institution. I don't even know, man. It's messed up. But chapter, yeah, it was. To be honest, I enjoyed it. Like, I don't really need right now because we've had so much serious chapters of Bleach. It's kind of good to have some, comic relief.
Just something to
You
kind of like
know,
wind down on.
like one, wind down chapter basically. A bit of gag now and again. But a little bit about the character. We haven't really talked about, Nimaiya at all, really. So yeah, he basically he's well, I call him a generic black stereotype because he kind of is. Raps he sings or whatever raps rapping or singing, whatever he does, he he gets all the bitches, what I mean. But even though they're not real
Oh wow,
girls,
man. That was actually one of the weird ones, man. It's like they're all Zanpakuto.
yeah, like he's just faking, man. Like they're not real women. They're the Zanpato that he created. How he made that many Zanpatos who need spirits, I don't know. Did he divide his soul into so many parts? Not too sure. We're gonna find out eventually anyway. But yeah, and he doesn't take things seriously. Like he deliberately made Renji and Ichigo do an apology pose just so we can get some goofy pictures of them. Like he's just not serious. But he has an assistant who's actually quite serious. She actually, you know, what did she do? She kicked him in the head or something like that. I don't know. She did something to him, and to say,
She's kind
if
of
you,
like how Nano is with Shushe.
yeah, basically, he's like, yeah, he's like the variant of that guy. So yeah, she said if it was down to him, yeah, nothing would get done. So yeah, yeah, she basically just dragged him to where
Kicked his ass.
his actual palace is, which is just a little shack on the hilltop. And apparently the one with all the girls was a fake palace that he created to kind of make himself feel better or make an impression. But the real one is in fact a little shack on the hilltop, and he cries with Cone after this realization. But yeah,
This guy just seems so funny, man. I like him. I like
yeah,
him already.
he's all right. I just like it's cool seeing him, but I want to know if he's like. Then again, you can't. If he is in the zero squad, he's ridiculously strong anyway. So we can't really say is he strong because he's in the zero squad. So he's bound to be, Yamamoto level in terms of strength.
But remember what the whole conditions was for being in the Zero Squad.
He to contribute to Soul Society in a special way.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you still have to have certain strength. Look at the guy that just shrimpered behind the soil field. He's supposed to be one of the fastest.
Oh yeah, and he's a medic guy.
And he's a medic. So, yeah, they're all ridiculously strong. And I'm sure the fat chick's strong as well.
You know what? I want to bring this up actually from last week. Like, from that reveal a couple weeks ago. Was it last
So,
week or a couple weeks ago when you find out that what's her name? Unohana is was the first Kenpachi.
yeah, what about it?
If she was the first bloody Kenpachi, why'd she end up going into healing?
Maybe she got tired of the bloodshed. Maybe she wanted to contribute differently instead of just being a combat type.
But you know what I mean? Though, if she was at primarily combat, yeah, why'd she end up going to release?
Personally,
It's weird. It's
it
weird.
makes no sense that she's the first in Kenpachi because her Shikai is not a direct combat type. It's a fucking giant mantai that flies.
I don't know,
How's
man. They
that
ain't really
doing?
showed anything about what it actually is.
It, it's a flying mantai, unless it's got different forms.
Hmm. Who knows?
You've seen it yourself. It
Yeah,
eats figures.
no, no. They showed it, and then it's like it heals people in its stomach and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so how is that? And what's the requirement to be in the 11th division and combat type?
Exactly.
You have to have a
It's weird.
direct combat Zanbato with no keto. That's why, oh my God, girly guy, Ikaku's friend,
Oh
keeps
yeah,
hiding
always
her
hides it.
shit. Yeah, because it's not a direct combat type. So how is she? I don't know.
Oh no, it's weird.
I don't know. That she was that if she's the first Kenpachi, at one point she was the captain of the 11th division,
Exactly.
and she has not got a direct. But again, I do stress maybe she has a transforming Shika, which doesn't really make sense because Shikas don't transform like that. But we will see how Kubo pulls this one off.
Yep. Kubo logic.
Hmm.
I can do anything because
But
I'm Kubo.
I give him some props. He has been stressing that she is a badass on the battlefield for some time now. Anyway,
Yeah.
like times when I remember that time when she went to Hekamu and she just looked at those execution guys and they just started
I was like,
sweating
nope.
and they said, you know what, yeah, we ain't ready for this life, and they just turned around and they left. Like, no, I messing with this woman. She's gonna beat the shit out of me.
uh,
And they left. Like, we do know she was strong from time, but to be the first Kimpachi, you might be
that's a bit like what? Yeah.
stretching it a little bit too much. But
Oh,
yeah, that's the chapter in a nutshell. Well, yeah, and then he kicks Ichiko and Renju in the pit to fight Zanpakutos. But literally, that's what happened in the chapter.
yeah. Weird chapter.
Weird chapter, but funny one. I liked it. If I was, rating wise, should we do that?
Yeah, man. What's your rating?
Probably give it. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna give it 8.
8.
Yeah, it was around an 8. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I wasn't upset when I finished reading it, so I'll give it an 8.
Mm. I'll agree with you on that one. I was gonna go a bit lower, but you know what? It was alright.
It was a nice chapter. Like it
Made you laugh.
made it laugh. It's that there wasn't that much story progression, but it made you chuckle. And it's always nice to get an introduction to a new character,
Yeah.
if he is somewhat ridiculous. Um, but yeah, guys, that's a review of Bleach. Stay tuned for the other reviews coming up later on. And yeah,
You know the usual.
subscribe and comment and let us know what you think of the chapter. And forgive us of any use of profanities in this review. All right, take care,
Right.
guys.
See ya.